Pictomancer is going to be Reaper, except it's worse than Reaper. Why? It is a pure DPS job, but it's not as strong as Black Mage on that department, which means that ADPS is not going to be better than Black Mage. That is literally the same as Reaper versus Samurai. Exact same thing that Yoshi P said. Samurai is the pure DPS, Reaper is kind of a pure DPS, but will not be more than Samurai because they have buffs. Now, when we get the buff was underwhelming. It was not enough. So let's just say Pictomancer gives party a buff. It's not going to be enough. Or it will be stronger than Black Mage because RDPS is king, right? If other classes has got crazy things to mix in and then potency and place that you mix in, then RDPS might surpass ADPS. Then Pictomancer will be better. But here's the biggest problem. Pictomancer have no rest. It doesn't matter how much utility Pictomancer have. How many of you guys, right, actually give a shit about Magic Barrier? How many of you guys, right, when you decided that you want to play Summoner, Black Mage or Red Mage, the Magic Barrier is a play that you convince your party or you tell yourself, ooh, I should bring a Red Mage because we have Magic Barrier. No, I'm not talking about rest here. I'm talking about utility first, okay? Your static straight up don't give a shit whether you're a Black Mage, a Summoner, or the Red Mage. Your static don't plan stuff along Magic Barrier. So it doesn't matter what type of utility that Pictomancer has, it would make no difference. We will not play around it. Number 2, if it's a caster slot and you have no rest, nobody's take you for proc. Summoner and Red Mage is going to be king for proc if rest still stays, and if rest still stay the same. Now, they didn't say anything about what rest. They only say that, you know, Red Mage Summoner still have rest, right? Pictomancer and Black Mage have no rest, right? So if it stays the way, have rest, basically binary 1 or 0, then Pictomancer is not going to be picked for proc. The only way that Pictomancer is going to be in for proc is that you need to play double caster. So you play Pictomancer or Black Mage and then another Red Mage or Summoner. You cannot take Pictomancer and Black Mage for proc. So what does this tells you? This tells you that Pictomancer or Black Mage, one of them is gonna get it doesn't matter how it plays. Just because you are a caster slot and you do not have a rest, by default, you or Black Mage is gonna get the only way that you can play a Pictomancer in proc is you got double caster. And even if you got double caster, most people would even consider just for proc, take Summoner and Red Mage for the mass amount of recovery. Now, what about the utility? Does it matter what the utility you have? So what if you have Arcane Circle? Who cares? This job is not going to do more damage than Black Mage as an ADPS anyway. So the RDPS better be good to make it level or make it better. And if that happens, I come back to what I said earlier. That means that one of Black Mage or Pictomancer is gonna get. Let's just say Pictomancer's RDPS is really good. Black Mage is. And then if Black Mage is still superior over Pictomancer, then Pictomancer is. And in proc, both Black Mage and Pictomancer is. So I just think, right, because of the rest situation, sadly, Pictomancer came into the picture. Ooh, get it? Pictomancer get into the picture at the wrong time. This job is only exciting to look at, but when you think about meta, when you think about composition, when you think about proc, this job is in a weird place. This job can be fun, it doesn't matter. This job can have good buff, it doesn't matter. You are a caster, you got no rest. You are just. That's why Reaper don't have this problem. Even though Reaper was not balanced at the beginning, Reaper don't have this problem. You know why? Because the other melee plays out. You play a Dragoon. Let me tell you, man, how many of you guys are watching this stream? 1,000 of you is watching this stream. Do me a favor. Don't be that guy and want to main Pictomancer. Don't be that guy that want to be like, oh, I want to be a Pictomancer main. I only want to play Pictomancer. Don't be that guy. Make sure you play at least a Red Mage or Summoner. Because if your static kicks your ass, that's your fault. Please play multiple caster job. Don't put all your apples in this basket. This basket is not going to pay out. Now, on the other hand, Viper is going to pay out. Viper is in a 10 times better situation than Pictomancer. You know why? Because finally, there's a lot of Ninja player. Why? Because Ninja is the best proc class. Ninja now finally can share gear with something else, and if Viper doesn't pay off, you get to fall back and play the best melee job. And then melee, on the other hand, also has the best balance. If you go to FF right now, you see how all melees are so close, very balanced. You see how unbalanced the caster are. Pictomancer is going to be here. Pictomancer is going to be exact same situation as Black Mage. RDPS. ADPS, I think Black Mage will be superior over Pictomancer. But RDPS, I think they either will be close or Picto will be better, or Black Mage will still remain better, which then again render Pictomancer kind of worthless, like when Reaper first came out. So now Reaper is melee are very balanced. I don't think fitting a Viper here will be that hard. If you want to pick Reaper, Viper as like the the job you're gonna play in 7.0, I think that's a good idea. Pictomancer is a trap. If you want to play Pictomancer, make sure you play another caster. If you want to play Viper, you're good. Someone is brain dead. No, it's not about it being brain dead. It's the fact that it's got to rest. I'm not talking about topping the charts here. I'm talking about making sure you don't cut yourself, your rate, and Arthars. A lot of Pictomancers are not gonna get into static. If you guys think that you playing a Pictomancer in 7.0, you're gonna be progging that job in like a serious static, I'm gonna tell you right now, you are not. Your static is gonna hit you. You are the only guy that's happy in there. Do whatever you want. You guys are asking the wrong question. Potency of this class, the efficiency of this class, the playstyle of this class have nothing to do with anything. It is only have to do with casuals. I'm talking here about high level play. The rotation of this class, the utility of this class, the fact that it's a caster without rest already sealed his fate already. I just want you guys to anticipate that. Because don't come cry a river when you play this class and you find a static. Viper will find static fine. Pictomancers are gonna have a hard time finding static. Yes, if they remove caster rest, or if they gave all of them reses, it would have been fine. It would have been balanced, it would have been fun. It would have a place. It would then become variety, it would then become playstyle. Then we talk about playstyle. Because why talk about playstyle? You know how people are already theory crafting, oh, maybe they use tilt. How does it matter? It's a caster without rest. That's all you need to know. It is a caster. I want you guys to drill this into your brain. This is a caster without rest. That's all you need to know about this shot. We don't need to talk about rotation and playstyle. I still think that the biggest problem here, right? They have to address resing first. And it does look like they still haven't and or don't want to. Like a paint a background that regen and increase DP healing. No, it will not. It will not. Bottom, it will not. You are like saying Phoenix actually matters. It doesn't. No healers give a whether our summoner is regenning at the right time or somebody use the single target heal on the tank. No one cares. No healer cares. Not even ultimate. Just because Yoshi P says that this class is gonna have a lot of support capability, it doesn't matter. That's the problem with Picto. The problem with Picto is that they nail the they hit the nail on their coffin before we even play this job that this class has no rest. Now, I will play this job. Why? Because I'm a red mage main. It does matter just like augmentation in WoW. Yeah, it's WoW. This is not WoW. Yeah, but it can be overpowered. It can't be overpowered. It's Final Fantasy XIV. You knew to Final Fantasy XIV number 1. It can't be overpowered because it's Final Fantasy XIV number 2. Even if it is stronger than any of the 3 other casters, it doesn't matter. You got no rest. Nobody's gonna take you, even if you are 2% better. Why the f do you think people play red mage for proc? Why do you think not all static play black mage? Doesn't matter whether black mage do 10% more damage. And I think that is really f***ing overpowered. A caster doing almost 10% more damage than the other 2 caster or DPS, and people still take the one that is 10% lesser, tells you everything you need to know. I don't know why we are having this conversation. I don't know why I'm trying to convince you that your opinion is different but wrong. I don't know how, I don't know why. You could drop is a hard DPS check, bro. Do you play Final Fantasy XIV? I appreciate your input, but that's not how this game works. It's just not how this game works. Somebody's gonna go hard at you and tell you that. You know what I mean? You got a cutting edge. Wow. Exactly my point. You don't play Final Fantasy XIV. You don't play enough. You don't understand this game. That's my point. Why do I feel so bad to be proven right? You literally say everything I know you are, and I don't even know you. Guys, he's not a paid chatter. You know what? I want you to play Pictomancer. I want you to main Pictomancer, and I want you to find a static. Come back in 8 months and tell me you beat Savage in week 1. My advice doesn't come out of my ass. My advice comes from concrete proof playing this game for 10 years. Knowing all the static, knowing all the people that matters, that want a hardcore, nobody is going to take a job like Pictomancer. I'm telling you that right now, okay? If death equals DPS loss, even because you get a why get a class that reses when you can literally get another class that enhance damage instead of just not die? Because Final Fantasy XIV have already outgrew the part that they do DPS check intermittently in the fight. Days like Gordius, DPS check on phase 1, DPS check on the hand, DPS check on the slimes. Those days are gone. Days of you don't see phase 2 if your DPS in phase 1 is not enough. Those days are gone. You literally can do 0 damage. You can actually finish the fight from 0 to 100% and see every single mechanic if nobody dies. So then what's the point of DPS in this game? Unless double caster is viable, right? Yes. You only take a Picto if double caster is viable and Picto is doing better than Black Mage. You're not gonna take a Black Mage and Picto. So in order for Picto to be considered in proc, it's only if Picto is better than Black Mage, which I personally think it will be, because I believe in the degenerate that people do in a 2-minute window. So I do think that buffs is gonna outweigh ADPS in a good static. I do think so. Now in a park, I think Black Mage is just gonna be better in the park. The parks aligning buffs, for example, right? But I think like in an organized group, I do think that Picto is gonna outperform Black Mage. That's step number 1, okay? That's miracle number 1. Miracle number 2, you have a Red Mage and a Summoner. Then you play a Picto. Just one caster Picto, bang. Just one caster Black Mage, bang. I mean, those players aren't gonna week 1 way. But my discussion is about week 1! If this is Pug, it doesn't matter! I am not talking about pugging, Jesus Christ! Okay, yay, Picto is done. Yeah, okay, let's not loop already. You guys saw the memo, you guys got my memo. Hopefully my editor will try to edit this part and not looping. And trust me, it doesn't matter what I do. Get ready for the YouTube comment. I think Picto is gonna be fine! Oh, no, I'm only playing for fun, it doesn't matter! Oh, my boyfriend will definitely save me a spot! Oh, my hubby will get me into his ultimate week 1 group! Wife, don't say it out loud, man. Bro, I'm still here trying to sell this idea to my static, man. I don't care. You better put me in, man, or we get a divorce. You're gonna sleep on the couch.